There's nothing quite like it. Stress reliever and a feeling like no other. I'm talking about playing the guitar, of course. Whether it's an electric or acoustic, doesn't matter, the possibilities are endless. I never thought I could play an instrument until a game called Guitar Hero came along. Although it was just a game, it made me want to go out and get a guitar, and soon enough I started playing and I got pretty good, and one song led to another. Trust me when I say this, if I can learn an instrument, so can you. Today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about guitar terminology and even how to play a few chords. The first thing you're going to need is a guitar itself. One like this that's electric. You're also going to need another thing called an amplifier to help you back it up. And another thing you're going to need is a cable, which will plug the guitar up to the amplifier to amplify the sound, making it louder, because it's not like an acoustic where it's loud enough on its own. And then the last thing you're going to need is a guitar pick. That, in my opinion, just helps playing a lot easier. Alright. So the first thing, before we get into playing chords, the first thing I'm going to teach you about is the terminology. So I'm going to start by showing you what we refer to as the fretboard. This guitar goes up to 22. Basically, a fret is just a space on the guitar board. For this demonstration, we're only going to be using the first three. The first one, the second one, and the third one. Other than the frets, we also want to learn how strings are numbered. The first string, typical guitars have 6 strings. This one, the first string is going to be the high E string, the very bottom string. That's the first one, and it sounds like this. And the 6th string, the last string, is going to be the top one. It's the one that sounds the deepest. It sounds like this. And the last thing I want to talk about is the tuning. This guitar is in standard tuning, which is basically E, A, D, G, B, E. And I know it sounds a little weird because it doesn't go from 1 to 6, but the tuning goes from 6 to 1. And so it's going to start with E, A, D, G, B, E, going from 6 to 1. Alright, now that you know a little bit about the terminology, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and show you how your fingers play a role. So your fingers basically are numbered. You have your index finger, which is number 1, middle finger is number 2, ring is number 3, and pinky is number 4. Thumb doesn't really have a number, but depending on what you play, you might have to use it. Okay? And now that you know how your fingers play a role, let's get into playing some chords. The first chords, I'm going to be teaching you three of the 5 basic chords today. So the first one I'm going to be teaching you is what we call the G chord. And basically it sounds like this. And the setup for the G chord is going to be, you want your middle finger, the second finger on the 3rd fret, 6th string. You want your first finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then you want to do your 3rd finger on the 1st string of the 3rd fret. And once again, that's what we call the G chord, and you just want to strum that. It should sound like this. The second chord we're going to talk about is the E chord, and that's what this one sounds like. The setup for this one is going to be, it's going to be an open string. You don't have to press anything, and then you're going to have your middle finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger, 4th string, 2nd fret, and then your first finger on the 1st fret, 3rd string. And once again, the E chord sounds like this. And then for the last chord we're going to be doing is called the D chord. This one's probably going to be the tougher of the 3. The setup, it should sound like this, and then I'll show you the setup. Alright, so the setup is basically, like I said, you're going to want to mute the note. The first 2 notes. Basically what that sounds like is this. You're not putting any pressure down when you're holding the note. You're holding your finger over it and muting out the sound. And you're going to play for the first 4 strings, you're going to play open. First finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. The second finger is, your 3rd finger is going to go on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then the last finger is going to be middle finger, 2nd finger, on the first string of the second fret, and once again the D chord should sound like this. Alright, and then that's going to be it for the chords. So hopefully this demonstration helped you understand a little bit more about terminology and the chords of a guitar.